Hey, wants this be a bit of a speed test here between a 5 to 6 year old Samsung Note 8 versus the new from this year Samsung S22 Ultra, which is basically a brand new Note since they quit making the Notes. It also has a built-in stylus and it is very similar to the actual Note. So I already have Chrome open here. We go into it. And we're going to delete the browsing history so y'all can see that. Now there's nothing on there. Get out of that. And we will just go ahead and do a quick Google search here. So we're going to do a quick Google search here for best runner's watch. And they gave me a little bit different options here. Alright, so we're going to go with Tom's Guide. Runner's World, I believe you have to get signed in order to actually look it all the way. Alright, we're going to redo that because I did not hit it on the Note. So let's go into New York Times here. You guys can see there's not a whole lot of difference on part of speed. So let's go ahead and hit this first one from Amazon. These are connected to Wi-Fi. This no longer has data from Verizon. This one now has the data from Verizon. But they're both connected to my home Wi-Fi. You will notice the Note 8, which is really the first time I'm noticing this because they're next to each other. Note 8 kind of stutters a bit more when you're scrolling up and down. And never noticed that until now, being next to the S22 Ultra. And I've used this phone for 5 or 6 years. I want to upgrade it a couple of times, but never fell in love with any other phone. The S22 might actually be something I'm going to replace the Note with. But you guys can still see though how quick the Note is, the Note 8. Even being very old in terms of phones go. So that is internet test. Again, there's nothing else open here. I will go into Apple Music. You know, these are both Android phones, of course. We go into library. Let's see, we can go into Garmin Connect. Again, S22 Ultra is just a little bit faster. Hit challenges here. I don't know if this does anything or not. Yeah, there we go. I am not a biker. I'm hardly a runner these days. Alright. Let's go into the Google Play Store. Let's go with Garmin. There we go. Swipe up here. We'll find our Fitbit. Alright, so here is Fitbit since we did Garmin. And you guys can just tell how fast both these devices are still. It's kind of crazy how, what's the right word here? How the S22 Ultra is not really that much faster than the Note. It really is not that much faster. One thing I will say for it is it does have a better camera, which is a big reason why I am switching over to it. The Note is a decent camera, but for making actual videos, it's not the best. For making YouTube videos, it's not the best. For taking normal pictures, it is fantastic. And we'll do one more thing here. Let's go into Google Sheets. And then we can hit the exercises, which I've not used this spreadsheet in a very long time. Alright, then we'll go back into each of these apps. So this is the version that has 256 gigabytes of storage and 12 gigabytes of RAM. You can also buy a version that has 512 gigabytes of storage, 12 gigabytes of RAM, and a version that is 128 gigabytes of storage, I believe it is, and maybe 8 gigabytes of RAM. So this is the mid-tier one, 256 and 12. Note, I believe, only had 6 gigabytes of RAM. I could be wrong. I do not remember. But this has 64 gigabytes of storage and 6 gigabytes of RAM. So, which is still a decent amount of RAM. It's still more RAM than I think a lot of the cheaper phones these days have. And of course, you can see here it keeps everything open. And the nice thing too is you can do this, switch back and forth between them. So both these phones are good, but of course the S22 Ultra is gonna be a little bit faster, just not by a lot. I don't know, I guess coming from a 5-6 year old phone, thought it'd be quite a bit faster, but it really isn't that much faster compared to the Note 8. Now if you maybe just had a S8 or something, might be a big difference. But the Note 8, there's not much of a difference in terms of actual speed goes. Now some apps, heavier apps, will of course work better on the new guy, just because it has the newest processor and heavier RAM and stuff in it. You guys let me know what you think on this though. As always, I really do appreciate you. Hope you have a good one. Goodbye.